above. It was low, but at the same time seemed to reach unfathomable heights. It was densely covered with clouds. It seemed as if, instead of a proper sky, there were only bloody clouds swirling in whirlwinds because they were constantly being tormented by a fire of flaming gold. Flashes of fire plowed through them and emerged like birds of prey from the dance of blood and metal, only to disappear into them once again. The only thing that the eye could cling to in this unnerving place were the sharp rocks that rose up everywhere. Like broken swords or fangs, they reached for the bloody golden sky, as if trying to bite it, pierce it, or at least wound it. Damn it, Helmer. Seriously, where are we? Hey, dude, seriously, have you changed your hairstyle? You really do look different. Did you actually have sex recently, or what? It's a shocking change. Helmer, I already told you. I've brought you to my home. Welcome to the demon lands. Helmer even did a weird hand motion as he said it a second time. Hadjar looked around once again. Well, this was probably how he'd imagined they would look. "What are we doing here?" he asked. Helmer adjusted his wide-brimmed hat and stroked the lump of fear that had jumped onto his shoulder. The lump whispered something in its master's ear, then returned to the swarm. "The prince ordered me to bring you here for an audience." "The demon prince?" Helmer turned to Hadjar. His single red eye flashed from underneath the brim of his hat. "Hadjar, please, watch your tongue. I wasn't kidding when I said our lives depend on how the next half-hour goes. I have displeased the prince too often lately to be able to count on his favor. And you? Well, you are Hadjar Darkhan. In the miserable period of time you insist on calling your life, you've somehow managed to get in his way several times. So we're in a very unpleasant predicament." Hadjar knew all too well when Helmer was putting on an act and when he wasn't. Right now, the demon who was the emissary of the Prince of Darkness, the powerful Lord of Nightmares, was more serious than Hadjar had ever seen him. But the demon prince is a being of a different level. He couldn't, Helmer corrected him sharply. "You and I have recently made a deal." Hadjar's fingers tightened around the hilt of the blue blade. "Let's not discuss it further. Suffice it to say, this deal has made you vulnerable, despite the laws that restrict mortals, immortals, and those who stand above all." Hadjar swore. He knew perfectly well that everything always had its price, but sometimes it was very difficult to trace what exactly you would have to pay for something, be it a service or an action you'd taken. Apparently, the fact that he'd managed to delay the deaths of Archimea and their child had turned into problems that not even most epic heroes from ballads and legends could deal with. "You said the demon prince owed me a little." "That's our ace," Helmer nodded. "If things go the wrong way at all, you'll definitely use that card, after which we'll get out of here however we can." "We?" "The prince will skin me alive and boil me in the feces of dogs after the many times I've gone out on a limb for you. By the way, I still have some big bets riding on you, Hadjar." Helmer glared at him. "Ah, yes, the Lord of Nightmares and his games. Everyone with such vast power always had their own games. So please, don't shit yourself. If you feel like shit has already started flowing down your thighs, tell Daddy Helmer, and together we'll try not to die under the nearest fence." Hadjar grimaced. Even the